So I was gonna make a spraying video, but listen, there's your good indicator if you have wind chimes. If you don't, buy you some. And if your wind chimes are singing to you, it's probably a little too windy to spray. So we'll do that a little later on in the afternoon. Look at the yard. Holy cow. Woo, boy. Good day in the morning. Look at this right here. Look at that right there, would you? She is glowing like a new penny. I mean, absolutely on fire. Still, no fertilizer up here in the main yard. Back here, this has had a shot of the GCI 3000, and whew, I can tell the color difference. It's there. It is hot. Good gracious, it's hot. Look at that. Whew. Good gracious. I mean, get down right here close to it. Look at that. That is about as perfect of a stand of fescue as you'd ever want. With that said, I got to fix my frosty footprints where I walked across the grass like this and took big long steps like that. And then on the way back, I tried to offset that by stepping a little closer. And look at that. The frost actually did that where the grass was just too frosty. So I got my irrigation fired up today. I'm gonna water this just a little bit, soften it up just a little bit, and then come in here and rake that dead out right there. Take my weasel, just really scuff that up really good. Put a little bit of GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue in there, and then weasel it again, and let the rain and the irrigation take care of the rest. So I am not in any way, shape, form, or fashion telling you to disregard God's word and not love your neighbor as you love yourself. Obviously, that has top priority, that you should be loving your neighbors. But when it does come to the term lawn domination, I know some of you are into that game. It's just kind of a byproduct of what I do. It's not something that I intentionally try to do. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt this guy's feelings across the road, or this guy over here, or the one down there. I'm just not intentionally trying to hurt their feelings. It's kind of just a byproduct of me doing what I do. I'm going to naturally dominate the neighborhood. But my question to you is, if you are into that thing, and you want to dominate, or you just want to step up your game, why not go all the way and go all in and annihilate the competition? Matter of fact, just make it look so good that there can't be any competition. You know, you kind of get my drift of what I'm saying. That's kind of the mindset I would personally take on if, I had the mindset of wanting to dominate my neighbors and just destroy them in the lawn care game. I don't have no issues doing that. It just kind of naturally happens. But if you are someone pursuing that, and if you are someone who wants to step up their game, the single best way that I can tell you or teach you how to do that is you need to spend $49 and buy my lawn care guide. And I can't make it no clearer or better than that. You just need to come off the hip and spend 49 bucks. You're getting 23 years of lawn care experience for $49. It's just a value that can't be matched unless someone else out there is selling, some type of the same guide for less money. But if they have the same experience or more, you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. I'm just trying to shoot it to you straight. It's the only way I know how to generate a stand of turf like this. The guide's written by me with this hand. I write right-handed. pretty much do everything else left-handed. Well, golf is right-handed, but pretty much everything else, eat, basketball, kick left-footed. I'm ambidextrous, I guess is what they call it. But with this hand, I actually wrote out the program based on 23 years of growing. Let me show you what I've been growing for 23 years. Is this. Just goodness. I mean, if you're into tall fescue, you just can't get a better looking yard than this. In my opinion, I know everybody thinks they got the best looking yard in the world. I'm sure there's a lot of them that are out there that are very, very much so equal to each other. Because, you know, you can only make turf look so good. But in order to get it like this, it takes a certain level of dedication, a certain level of persistence, a certain level of getting out there and getting it done, spending time in the yard. And this is kind of what you end up with right here is, it looks really, 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 really good right now. I think I would have to say this is my best spring as of yet, simply because it's, you know, it is a brand new renovation. I get that. I wanted to get away from the cool blue and the bluegrass mixture, and you know, I put a little rye in it at some point in time over the years, and I just wanted to go back to my baby, which is pure turf type tall fescue. And I'd have to say it turned out really, really, really nice. So not there saying you have to do a full-blown renovation. I'm just saying that was the approach I took. And of course, years before, it looked almost this good, and I was still dominating and annihilating and humiliating and all those other words you can come up with. And again, that's humbly speaking. I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not the guy who's going to say, oh, grow your grass and beat your neighbor down. I'm just not that fella. Because I love my neighbors. I like hanging out with them, talking with them, spending time with them, helping them. You know, I've helped a ton of neighbors around here, you know, growing grass, renovation-wise, all that kind of thing. So not necessarily telling you this so that you think you need to go out and beat your neighbor up with your grass. But I'm just saying, if you're that kind of person who likes to love your neighbor and dominate at the same time, the GCI Turf Cool Season Lawn Care Guide, which is now called the Tall Fescue Lawn Care Guide, that is where you start. I had some folks buy the guide and say, oh, it's just another generic guide. Like I said, it's not generic. Nothing about it is generic. This hand wrote it based on 23 years of growing turf. Granted, you might get the guide and read through it and say, well, gosh, that's really, really close to what I'm doing now, or it could be really, really far away from what you're doing now. I don't know what you're doing now, so I can't answer that question. But if it's really close to what you're doing or what you've done in the past, then so be it. I mean, it just is what it is. But the guide is based on what I do in my yard and how I grow my turf. So if you have bluegrass or rye, yes, you can still use the same guide. The Cool Season family of turf is relatively similar to each other as far as growing it. I am coming out with a strict bluegrass guide and a strictly ryegrass guide as soon as I get time to finish those up. But in the meantime, you can definitely use the fescue guide to grow blue or rye. I just want to take a minute and get this out there. I've been getting quite a few emails on what do I do, when do I do it, how do I do it, what do I apply, all that kind of thing. Well, the lawn care guide is cut and dried, very easy to follow, just updated. It's the brand new 2026 edition. And I mean, it just tells you everything start to finish what you need to do. Every single last little detail. So there you go. I just wanted to show off my yard a little bit because, man, it is just on fire right now. It looks so stinking good. Oh, and I got my fresh pine needles down. Hear them up under my feet. As soon as it rains a little bit, it'll kind of mat the needles down and give me a good clean, smooth look. They're a little bit puffy right now because they just laid them. I'm not crazy about that look. I like them kind of flattened out a little bit, but there's nothing I can do about that until it rains. But it's supposed to rain some end of this week, I believe, and they'll be just, whew, boy, they'll look good. This turf is around the house. The main area yard's cut at 3.5 inches, and so is back there in the back, 3.5. Throughout this year, I'm going to run the granular elite program back there, which would be a combination of some granular and some liquid, and then everything around the house here. I'm going to strictly run the GCI liquid guide. I forgot to tell you, if you do get the guide, you get 3 additions. You get a beginner estate, which is kind of a little bit lower key to kind of get your feet wet, get in the door and get going good. And then you get a liquid edition, which is a pretty much 100% liquid. I think there's one granular application in there, but it's pretty much all liquid after that. And then you get an elite edition, which is a kind of a combination, go all in type of lawn care guide. And you get to pick one, just depending on what your fancy is, you pick one. You don't run all 3 of them on your yard. You simply pick one and you stick to it. I always tell people it's around the 2 to 3 year mark, depending on where you're starting. Okay, if you're starting off with a pretty good yard and a pretty good stand of turf, then you're going to get here relatively quickly. If you're starting off with an okay yard, it might take you 1, 2, possibly 3 years to get to this. Rome wasn't built in a day. And of course, if you do a renovation type thing, then obviously you can expect something like this the following spring. But everybody in the world doesn't do renovations. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm gonna go out and get something to eat with my wife. Check you later.